My name is Darrell. Never really grew up. I see my Converse. I had these when I was a kid in New York. I still got them, and they're cool. Growing up in New York City, there was just art and culture everywhere, no matter where you went. So you always used to go to the museums, and you get to see things, and then you get to see all the crazy street people performing all the time. Anytime you walked around the city, there'd be jugglers and mimes and street music and caracas and people doing chalk painting on the ground. So it was always cool to go look at. It was always free too, so art was free. Then as I got older, my dad was a photographer, did a lot of, semi-professional, but I guess he was pretty good at it. My mother colored photographs and things, and she painted. And then I kind of liked that art, so I wanted to buy a wood lathe one time, but there was no room, so I wound up with a stereo. So my art career got put on hold right there. Probably should have picked it up a long time ago. So I just started taking some pictures. My dad's old camera used to do some stuff like that. And it kind of went away for a while. And then I grew up and I was, playing sports and just being a hippie teenager in New York, traveling around the country. And then I started making things a little bit here and there. You make a piece of furniture when you're on your own, when you need a place to live. And I always put a little twist on some stuff, so I kind of like making things. People would always want something. Well, who made that? Where'd you buy that? Could I have that? So I was like, yeah, you could have it. So I figured if all these people wanted it, I might as well start making it. So I started making some other stuff, and then there was an auction one time. So it was a charity thing, so I donated a couple of pieces of my stuff, little chairs and art pieces I made, driftwood sculptures. They sold pretty good, and I was like, man, there's some money in this maybe. People are bidding on it. So I was like, okay, cool. So I got back to the States. I started making some stuff in California. I just started playing around. Bought myself a little welder. And I had access to a shop anyway, so I had the garage, and I just started making stuff. Well, every time I made something, I'd stick it in the house. The house became crowded. I had all sorts of weird stuff in there. I forgot, what are you making now? Where are you going to put it? In the house. Where else? Yeah, there's no more room in the house. So one day I just loaded up the car. We went down to the San Diego at the stadium there. They got a big old flea market, but it's kind of upscale, downscale. They got everything there. It's huge. So I unloaded my car, started setting up stuff, and people started buying it right away. A couple of people from galleries and little stores, that had their stores on the shop, up the coast. They buy my stuff and then resell it. So even before the flea market opened, I sold like 10 pieces. I was like, man, it's pretty good. So then I just went home, started making more stuff. And it was good extra income, non-taxable income. You get a couple $100 on a weekend, $300 or something. Hey, that's good money for lunch, for whatever. Help support the family. And I moved out of California, came to Georgia, started in a little market, making some stuff. So then I got out of there and I just started making some stuff at the house a little bit. And then one day I get a letter in the mail. It says, free school, for the VA. Do you want to go? I filled out the application, sent it in. So I figured, well, it came back approved. So I decided to take art courses. To maybe make myself an artist. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. What's my favorite? I like working in metal because it's easy to put together. And well, what I really like though is just making things come to life. I'm sure my teacher wouldn't like that. He's more abstract. What's the meaning behind this? I don't know. I just make things come to life. I see a piece of wood. Oh, that could be a character. Or I like some stuff that makes you happy too. Like Big Bird. Make a big bird out of metal and whatever, and he's riding some stupid bicycle, or girl jumping rope, or some characters. Like I just made the pothead gardener, believe it or not, but he was cool, man. He had a pot for a head, little stick body, and then some wire. And he was spraying a hose, and he was watering a wine bottle. People like it. Give it to them. And plus, if it makes people laugh and gives them a smile, why not? Where would I like to go with my art? I'm not really sure. Art is just fun to make things anyway. But I'm thinking, I'd like to keep making things, but I'd really like to maybe give back. It sounds kind of corny, but I wouldn't mind having my own little gallery. I'm tired of working for somebody else. So, studio gallery, sell art, have a show once a month, up and coming artists especially, because there's so much good talent out there. Nobody has a place to show. It's hard to get into the system, you know, carting your crap around the markets and things like that. That's how you get noticed, but maybe I could have a little gallery, give back. And that's where I'm at today. Just go to school, taking some art courses, still selling my stuff, and having a good old time doing it. Am I an artist? Who knows? I don't know. Just make stuff. Put your own labels on it. Yard art, fine art, craft, outsider art. It's whatever you want to call it.